So now on the show, I'm going to take a look at a brand new Australian film called Friends and Strangers. Now, I'm just going to go off the bat here and say that this is not a film that's going to appeal to everybody. In fact, if you're the kind of person that likes to go to somewhere like Village or Hoyts and sit down with your popcorn and watch the latest comic book movie, then I will say this is not the film for you. Now, Friends and Strangers is the first feature-length film from James Vaughan, and it's kind of a strange film. It follows Ray Fergus Wilson, who is a cameraman, and it basically follows what he is doing. I guess that's the best way to put it. It explores a camping weekend that he has with Alice, Emma Diaz, and their journey beyond that. Now, this is a very strange film. Now, for those of you who heard my interview with James Vaughan last week, you will have heard him say that he didn't kind of find this an experimental film. I put it to him that this film was similar to the work of Australian filmmakers like Bill Matsoulis or Jim Stamatakos, and he said that he didn't think that that's what this film was like. But to me, I think that is the perfect way to describe this film. And I don't mean that in a negative way at all. I hope that when I said that in my interview that James didn't take that as a negative, because I definitely did not mean for it to be a negative. As many of you will know, I have worked with Jim Stamatakos in the past, and I still think that him and Bill Matsoulis are two of the best filmmakers that we have in this country. So there is no way at all that I ever meant for that to be a negative at all. I just think that this film really, really does have an experimental feel to it. The film doesn't flow the way that a film would normally flow. It takes some chances, it takes some risks. It has non-actors playing parts, and we view their conversations. There was a film a few years ago, and I've been absolutely racking my brain to try and remember what the film was called. All I can remember is it was an Australian film. It starred Xavier Samuel in one of his very, very early roles, and unfortunately it's not listed on IMDb. I had a look earlier. It's not listed there. But it was an Australian film, and to me, Friends and Strangers is very, very much like that film. I think this is the right kind of film for James Vaughan to have started his career with. He explores Australia in a way that a lot of filmmakers wouldn't. When you think of Australian films, you think of Ozploitation films, you think of the big blockbusters. You rarely get a film that shows Aussies the way they are, like Friends and Strangers actually does. And I think that's a real credit to him. And I think it'll be interesting to see where he goes from now. Will he become one of those film auteur directors that you never know what's going to happen next? Is he the kind of director that will happily shoot a film that is a couple having a fight in a room together for 80 minutes? Is he the kind of director that perhaps next will go out and make a more formulaic commercial film? I don't know. But this to me suggests that he does have talent, and I for one can't actually wait to see what he does next. Now, this film, like I said, it's showing in its perfect place. It's showing in Acme. It's just so difficult to talk about this film in any great length, because it's one of those movies where you really have to go along and see it. And I don't think there's going to be any grey with this film. I think you're either going to love it or you're going to hate it. I don't think there's going to be people coming out going, oh, I'm kind of lukewarm about this film. No, you will either love it or you will hate it. Emma Diaz is great in this film, and I have to say Fergus Wilson was as well. The performances were absolutely great. I love the naturalistic look to this film. Can't wait to see what James Vaughan does next. I'm going to give this one 3 out of 5. Like I said, it's not everybody's cup of tea, but if you don't mind a film that's a little bit experimental, go along and check out Friends and Strangers.